For the University of San Francisco, we have head coach Rex Walters, student athletes Michael Williams and Cody Doolin. First, coach, your thoughts on the win over LMU tonight?
I'm just really happy for our guys. To face that team 3 times, they caused us a lot of misery in both games because I thought we played really well and came up short. I'm really proud of these 2 guys right next to me. Michael's been a marked man all year for us, and I knew for us to be successful, we needed, Mikey to play the way we know he's capable under duress, and he was fantastic tonight. Cody Doolin as well. They kind of flipped it because I thought the other 3 guys, and it's great how guys step up when other guys aren't having their best game. And last night Rashad, Paris, and Angelo were fantastic, and tonight Michael and Cody are. And then Cole again was probably the most consistent one because both nights he gave us great minutes. So just really happy for these guys. And saying all that, we've talked about tomorrow night is a night that we've been gunning for to be one of the 2 teams standing to give us a chance to win a championship. So you get to celebrate it for all of about 5 minutes, and then you start thinking about tomorrow night and the opportunity we've earned.
Michael, what were the keys to the win tonight?
Today, the keys were basically playing defense and making sure we get the shooters because they were a great shooting team. And we had to make sure Ireland penetrated to the basket and made them finish over our big man, Paris, and just making sure he doesn't play make for them and get as much assists as he usually does and just turn them over.
How proud of him I am. He called it exactly. I'm on you all the time, and he absolutely called the scouting report. That's really good, Mike.
Cody, can you talk about the matchup with St. Mary's tomorrow night?
It's a matchup we've been looking forward to, and I think we're just excited, get another shot at them. They beat us twice during the regular season, and, I think we're just looking forward to coming out and playing a great game.
First questions for student athletes. Please raise your hand so we can move it along quickly. Steve?
Mike, after the game last night, even though you won, Rex was said that both of you guys, you and Cody, could play better and needed to play better. Did he tell you that in the last 24 hours as well?
After the game, Coach told me not to worry about anything and just keep shooting and be aggressive because as of lately, I haven't been as aggressive as I normally am and just looking to find teammates, get people involved, and I guess it worked out for the best tonight.
Ben?
Cody, we watched Rashad go off last night and then go 0 for 9 in the first half tonight. When you guys see your guy doing that, what does it say about the depth of this team that you can come back and keep yourselves in the game offensively?
On Rashad, I think not only does, he brings a scoring threat, but he does so many other things for us too. He rebounds, he gets steals, makes big shots. He might have not made that many shots, but he made the big one when it counted. And, I do think so. I think we have a lot of guys. We have 1 through 7, and even beyond that, we all can play, we all can dribble, we can all shoot, we can all pass. And if we just play together, I think, it makes us really tough to beat.
Steve?
For either or both of you guys, playing 2 nights in a row, the 3rd night against St. Mary's, you going to be tired tomorrow night?
I said we just got to rest up, get a lot of fluids in us, and take an ice bath.
Any further questions for the student athletes? Michael and Cody, thank you. Student athletes are excused.
Good job.
Questions for Rex?
Yes, sir.
It seemed like Rashad obviously struggled tonight, but it seemed like he came up big when you guys needed him most, that 3-point play with a minute to go. Talk a little bit about that, his character.
I've said it all along, and I didn't appreciate it the first year he was with us, just his competitive nature. When we were trying to figure out our program, 4 years ago, we were just trying to figure out who are guys that are just going to fight and compete. So we'd play one-on-one, and he wasn't a starter. He was sitting out. We'd put him against everybody, and he'd kick everyone's butt. Just one-on-one, he'd just will himself to W's. I'm talking about post players. There's no limit on dribbling. He's got an unbelievable competitive nature, and that's why sometimes you have to kind of begrudgingly overlook. Sometimes he'll make a play, you're just like scratching your head. But the bottom line, his heart is pure when it comes to competitiveness and winning and doing whatever he can to help his team be successful. And I kind of figured that out in the middle of his first year when he could play for us. Gonzaga just willingly making plays. And I've said all along, and I get attached to guys, and I don't talk to them a whole lot. I'll be honest, I'm not their buddy. But I've always, I text him after the game, I'm going down with you, and I'm going up with you. So where are you going to take us? And he took us someplace tonight. He's taking us to a chance to win a championship.
Zach?
You talk about Cole's performance, and right there in the middle of that second half, he had those two huge putbacks. So talk about just his contributions over the past couple of nights and how important he is even going into tomorrow night.
No, he really gives us something off the bench. He's kind of like a sixth starter for us, and we feel really comfortable playing in him. Being able to play him at the 5, being able to play him at the 4, playing a big lineup now, playing Angelo at the 3, playing Rashad at the 2. He's got a knack for being in the right place at the right time. I can't put my finger on it. Our first year we were scratching our heads because if you look at him, he doesn't play with what you call a high motor. Like he's just all over, like Cody Doolan, hair's on fire. Arms are flailing. Cody's just kind of out there, and he's just always in the right place at the right time. He's a little bit of a matchup problem because he can pick and pop and shoot it. He can post up. He's got a great feel for where the ball is going to be, both offensively and defensively. That's why we want him in the game at the end. We want him in the game at the end because we know he's going to get rebounds for us. And his freshman year he came in out of shape, overweight, and he came back this year, and that's just really good for me to see. Him put in that type of time. He's Cody's roommate, and they hang out together, and I'll walk out of the gym at 8 o'clock, and he's in there shooting with him. You know what I mean? And it's great to see hard work pay off.
Steve, last question.
Coach, the cliche all the time is the most important game is the next game. But considering what you've done over the last 4 years...
Actually, the most important game is today's game.
Okay.
Yeah, but tomorrow, the most important game is tomorrow, yes.
But considering where your program was when you got it 4 years ago to what you can gain by winning tomorrow night, fair to say tomorrow night really is the biggest game in your program?
It is in some ways. Obviously we had a chance last year. I mean, the roles were kind of reversed, and we got to play Gonzaga last year in the semis, and now we got a chance with St. Mary's. I think the biggest thing is, as opposed to thinking about the result, you got to think about the process. And the process for us is ball screen defense against St. Mary's. How we're going to handle their pick and pop with Rob Jones. How we're going to handle their ball screen roll with Waldo. What are we going to do with Deladova to make his looks very difficult? And then you got shooters over there. If Stephen Holt's back, he can shoot it. He can bounce it. Clint Stendell. We got to get into the process, and we talk about it all the time. We're going to do it with the 5 that are on the court. We're going to do it with the 14 on the bench, and that's what it's got to be about. We'll think about that later. It's great that we've earned the right to be there tomorrow, and even tonight as we watch clip tape of St. Mary's. It'll be about the process. It'll be, okay, what are the things that we know we need to do to be successful? Against Loyola Marymount tonight, it was about crowding them and make them go to the basket. We didn't want to let them get off three-point shots. Tomorrow it's going to be a little different. I'll sit with my staff. I'm not that smart. I haven't been thinking about St. Mary's, but we'll put a game plan together for them, and if we do certain things, we know we'll have a great chance of being successful.
Coach,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
For Loyola Marymount, we have head coach Max Good and Ashley Hamilton. First, coach, if you could, statement on the game tonight.
Well, I'd like to congratulate Rex Walters and San Francisco. They played very well. They made plays when they needed to down the stretch. And, my hat's off to them. There's always two teams out there. I know all of us at LMU, coaches, players, fans, everybody wants LMU to win, but San Francisco has the same thing from their standpoint. And, all you can do is wish them well going forward.
Questions for Max and Ashley?
Yes, John.
Coach, I think I know the answer, but how disappointing is this after the season that you guys had to turn in a performance like that?
Well, it was extremely, but the one thing, there wasn't lack of effort. My mentor always said that anytime you think you played well, you look back, you'll find you made shots, and when you think you didn't play very well, you look back, you didn't make shots, and frankly, we didn't make enough shots, and we turned the ball over too much and got out-rebounded by 8 the second half. At halftime, we were doing a pretty good job on the boards. And we had to play significant minutes the first half without Drew and Ashley. And obviously, we're a better team with them without them, but it's why you have, more than 5 guys on scholarship, so guys fill in. And to be honest, I thought LaRon C.J. Blackwell did a terrific job standing in the first half. But to answer your question, extremely disappointing, obviously.
Zach?
How difficult is it to, the cliche of, to beat the same team 3 times in a season?
I don't know. Everybody says that. The worst part of that is players hear that. You know, they start hearing that. And I still rather would go into a game with being on the winning side twice than the guy that had to win the third game. But they did. And to them, like I said, I got to give them a lot of credit.
Ashley, question for you. San Francisco shot 42% from the perimeter. Why did you guys struggle so much defensively guarding them from back there?
I mean, they're a good team, but all teams, you know, we practice to work on shooting, so I'm sure they did the same thing. And, I mean, as the season's gone on, we normally guarded the three very well, but they made some tough ones. They made a couple of open ones. If we was to play the game again, I'm not sure if they would shoot the same percentage, but it's just how it went today. They made good shots, and you know they won the game because of it.
Shifting gears now, looking back at the season, what does it mean to you to be a part of the most successful team since the '89-'90 season?
I mean, I've been there for 4 years, and I've seen the program change from how it came up. I just get a feel for the seniors. You know, it was amazing to be part of this season. We didn't want it to end. You know, we had high expectations, high hopes for the season. So, for me, it was more being able to play with LeRon Armstead, Tim Diedrichs, Kelsey Chine, you know, Giovanni. That's what was amazing for me this season.
Steve?
Max, USF's defense gives a lot of people fits with their trapping and stuff, particularly in the second half. How much, you say you missed shots, how much with missing shots, you guys just missed them, or they were forcing to miss shots?
They get you out of rhythm. And when I was a high school coach, you don't want to hear tales, but there was a team, Harrodsburg, that ran the single wing in football, and they used to destroy everybody because they were the only team in the league that played the single wing. Then 2 or 3 other teams started playing that way, and eventually it became an easier preparation because it wasn't 1 of 10 games, it was 3 of 10. But ironically, they kind of developed this mantra against us up there. They were down 17, and they came out second half with, you know, playing with house money, kind of, and they pressed and pressed and pressed and found their identity. They were kind of struggling at the time. Well, I shouldn't say struggling. I'm not inside their program, but I don't think I don't think Rex and his team was very pleased with what they did. But obviously, since they started doing that, it's you know, they're very effective with it, and they're clever in how they do it. They disguise who's going to run and jump. They'll even peel Blackwell off the baseline, and he'll run out and trap. And obviously, it keeps you. It's hard to get in a steady rhythm because they just keep you a little bit disjointed. And the thing is, you got to get the ball to the middle of the floor, and you got to make open shots. And we were doing that for a while, but it's just hard to get a steady diet of that. I mean, it's hard to do it over and over and over.
Anything further? Thank you.